I've mentioned in other videos that she had some sort of leg injury, and I'm putting together a video, which is probably already out now, about just Miss Cloud. And in that video I discuss how she just suddenly had a bum hip or leg or something. The one who's the most aggressive right now is Phoenix, because Phoenix, you know, her place in her flock is number 4 of 4, and the other hens occasionally will peck at her or, you know, correct her, but they aren't super aggressive with her anymore. And there's probably some sort of instinctual fear of these chicks being like that, you know what I mean? And like beating her up or whatever. And she's probably like, I'm not having it. I'm not going to the very bottom. I watched one person's video where they said I think they had about this many chickens, and the bottom chicken was just getting beat to hell. I mean, bloody and feathers missing, and I'm like, I do not want that. And so they removed that chicken and put it in its own pen, and then the other, you know, second to the bottom chicken became the bottom chicken, and the same thing happened to it. So what they ended up doing was taking out, they were watching, and it was the 2 middle chickens. So like maybe number, you know, 4 and 5 or 5 and 6 that was just beating the crap out of the, you know, the last chicken. So they took those 2 chickens out and put them in their own pen, and the problem went away. I don't remember, I don't think I did a follow-up and like watch their other videos to see if they put them back together. But I guess in theory what would happen is those 2 chickens would then, if you put them back with the others, they'd probably move towards the bottom of the flock of the pecking order. But I don't know if that's what happened. So I would have to do my own experiment if that happens with my flock. And there isn't any chicken here that I'm like, oh man, I hope you're, you know, number 10. I really like this area here in our yard with all the sumac. It's got a great canopy. This is straight above my head. And then that is towards the east. I just jabbed myself in the eye. That was pretty cool. All right, so now I'm blind. If you wanted to know, yes, it hurts to just ram your finger into your eyeball. And it's not the most brilliant thing you can do. They're kind of camouflaged, aren't they? I mean, you can see them, but if I was to just take a picture right here, it'd be like, what are we looking at? How many chicks are in this video? In this shot? What the heck? Were you jumping like to me or to this, probably that branch? Oh my gosh. This is where she was. I think she was aiming to that branch. If you can successfully jump up to that, I need to get some, trim some wings. Yeah. I do. The hens were like that when they were little. You know, they can jump farther, they can run faster, and they can fly further, if you call that flying. Let's see, they're digging all around that stump. I wonder if they're finding any bugs. The hens don't, they don't peck there. They don't really look there at all. You know, when the chicks get to be about her size, I can probably just stick them together. In some ways, it's like, oh, they're almost as big, but when they actually get side by side, they're definitely not as heavy as the hens. Oh, let's see. She looks about a little more than half the size, unless you're talking PK. Are you all coming up to be with me? Uh-oh. Hi, Trinity. Okay, so I have Trinity here. This on this side. All right, this is a first. Yeah, these little chicks are going to be part of your flock. Oh, look at all those missing feathers. Man, I sure hope these come back when she molts. Because she just looks... You look like I just pulled you out of the freezer. Yeah. They're supposed to molt around 18 months. Well, if they're born in May, that means around October, November, right? Of the next year, they would molt. Well, I got these ladies in September. One of them molted in like February. And that's PK, and she looks really good. And the others, this one here, Trinity didn't molt at all. Her wing feathers are broken. She's just so and the back of her, pretty much just skin. Huh. It would be neat if I could somehow devise an area back here that was enclosed for the chickens. It's not really possible. But luckily, with me training them, so to speak, I can get them to go with me and they can spend time in there. This sunflower is a volunteer. I didn't plant it here. I thought about planting sunflowers, but I never got around to it. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if a bird, dropped a seed here. I think those are the leafcutter bees. Oh, I've got one on my thumb. They look like the leafcutter bees. When they go into the box, I see their back end and they have stripes. I think that's what these are. Today I was putting together a video of the garden, and my tomato plants were about 6 inches tall. Quite a bit taller now. And look at my corn. One of those is as tall as me, which isn't saying much, but I've had cucumber, I've had zucchini. I don't have anything to pick right now, but there's stuff growing. I'm going to have tons of potatoes. My tomatoes are getting big. Hold on, there's a cat in my yard. Okay, hold on. Hey, get out of here. It was looking to take a dump in my dust bath.